Happy Wednesday. It is 12:15 p.m. I woke up a little over an hour ago and did not get enough sleep. I think that tomorrow I can get more sleep, hopefully. Definitely on Friday. It looks like I'm looking at my schedule right now. I'm like, when can I just sleep and not have an alarm on? Looking forward to that. I just finished optimizing some videos. I put up yesterday's vlog and I put up a new video on the main channel that I encourage you to go check out. That's my one about this book, the visualization book. And it feels so good to publish videos, and doing these daily vlogs has definitely helped with that momentum. So now I need to go get ready. I don't know what time I'm being picked up for the film shoot today. I don't even eat my breakfast yet. I made chia seed pudding because I ran out of oats, which really bummed me out last night. I was like really looking forward to making them, and then realized that, so I need to go get some oats today and maybe some other ingredients. I don't have a ton of stuff. I am really nasally right now. I'm assuming from the indulging. Yesterday I wasn't very particular about the food that I was eating at the parties, so I'm gonna warm up some water to pour into a neti pot. Never heard me talk about this before. This has been a life changer and saver. Mine's broken, the ceramic one. I have two of these. This is one of my favorite ones to use. I actually glued it back together with this eco-friendly vegan glue a few years ago, and it's been good. So as long as I don't drop it again, it's gonna be fine. So I just pour some water into this, and then taste to make sure it's not too hot. That needs a little cool water. There you are. And then you pour this through your nose. I'm not gonna let you see that part of it because it's kind of gross. I would show you, honestly. I mean, the thing is I'm open to showing pretty much every part of my life, but I don't want to do anything that offends any of you. Not that you can ever truly help that, but I mean, like, physically. The other day I was thinking that it would be cool to get ready for bed on camera, and then I started thinking, like, would it weird people out if I was flossing my teeth and brushing my teeth? Like, some people are just weird about that stuff. So I gotta curl my hair a little bit, put on some makeup. Yeah, I have my routine for my body down, and I'm actually gonna be my routine for my body, my routine for my makeup, but I'm actually going to be talking about my morning routine in one of the videos today. At least that's the plan. So might be talking about dry brushing and all sorts of things. I know I asked you guys if you're interested in seeing that on this channel, so depending on how that video goes, I might just link to that whenever that's out, or I can do a separate video for you guys, because who knows how that video's gonna come out when it's done by another company. All right, I got a neti pot, get rid of this nasally stuff, and start putting on all this makeup and do my hair. So in a moment, you're gonna see me transformed. Ta-da! I always get a little nervous doing makeup for on camera. I really wish that they had a makeup person there, but it looks pretty good. And I also like, sometimes I don't like the way I look on camera, to be honest. And the videos that we did last time, I'm like, I don't know, insecurities. But I gotta walk Evie. I don't know when they're sending the Uber to pick me up. It could be like in 2 minutes, or it could be in half an hour. Hoping for half an hour, but I'm gonna make the Uber wait if they get here early, because this girl needs to get a walk. She takes priority, so I'm gonna go do that now. I don't normally bring my phone with me on walks, but because I'm waiting for the Uber notification, you get to come on a little bit of this journey with me today. And I was just thinking about the last time that I shot with DSC. they sent me an Uber home as well, and it was like probably the worst Uber experience I've had. It was some young guy, probably like early 20s, and he was so irritated that he had to take me across town because I live on the east side and we were shooting on the west side, and if you're in LA it's like this big deal, like because they're so far away, and I think we were shooting on a Friday and it was like 6 p.m. so that's like the worst time for traffic in LA. Fridays at rush hour. And this guy was so annoyed, and he kept like, every time we got to an intersection he would just like say something, and I wasn't really interacting with him, and he started using his cell phone and like texting, or no, I think he was Instagramming while he was driving me in this Uber. And like every intersection we got to, he'd be on his phone, and sometimes he'd be like driving a little bit as he was Instagramming. And I think he was like scrolling through Instagram. It's not like he was posting stuff, but I was like so appalled. But I couldn't really do anything because I didn't call the Uber myself. The company had called the Uber for me, and I seriously thought of texting them and saying like, you guys need to report this guy. I mean, it wasn't that extreme, but I felt unsafe and incredibly uncomfortable. Like, who wants your Uber driver to be on their phone while driving? And who feels comfortable when your Uber driver keeps like bringing up how annoyed they are that they're driving you across town? Like, it was so weird. If you guys have any extreme Uber stories, tell me, or any car sharing stories. I'm sure that that is like nothing compared to some others out there, but that was my worst so far. And yesterday, as I mentioned, was probably my best. So crossing my fingers that the 2 drivers I get today are gonna be okay. I'll also mention that it's really hard for me to take Ubers because I'm like super, I don't know if anal is the right word, but I am very strategic when it comes to driving. I use that Waze application that predicts traffic and gives you ways to dodge traffic, and it's so frustrating to me when Uber drivers don't use Waze because they'll take longer to get places, and all I want to do is be like, hey, we should go this way, or hey, can you use Waze? But I have to bite my tongue. That's probably why I don't Uber very much, because I much prefer to be in control. Yeah, just overall I'm super strategic. Like, I don't drive unsafe or too fast, but I am very like calculating when it comes to like, if I go in this lane at this time, and if I go down this road, like I'm just always thinking of how can I get there as fast as possible while being safe. A lot of Uber drivers I feel like are a little too safe, and that can be frustrating. Woohoo! I was able to take a solid 15 to 20 minute walk outside. I got some sunshine. Evie did her business. I got a little bit of exercise, and the Uber's still not here. So I'm gonna try to finish the chia pudding. I really did not plan food well today, but I guess I'll be snacking on random things there. Oh, I forgot that I had these. Yes. Oh my gosh. And actually I forgot I had strawberries and tea. Not the best food to eat so far, but you do what you can. I guess I could, if I have time, I could probably eat a little bit of rice and like kimchi or something before I go. See how much I can squeeze in whatever time I have left before the Uber arrives. Oh, and good news, I found it on my walk today that Loose Leaf Tea Market is going to sponsor one of my videos on the main channel. Yay! If you saw my video a few days ago when I got these, you saw me talking about them. So I will be doing a whole little, not actually, they're gonna be in a favorites video, but they're gonna be the main sponsor, and I can't wait to tell you more about them. I'm going to feature 3 of their teas, and they said if the video goes well, then they would continue to sponsor videos. So I'm going to be encouraging you guys to watch and share that video so that it can help gain some momentum, because they're really an amazing company, and I can always use more sponsorship because that allows me to invest more time into my main channel videos. Alright, I'm going to go stuff some food in my face, and I'll see you in the Uber. Just got out of the Uber arrived in Venice. That's the building I'm shooting in. The Uber ride was fine. But the driver literally said like 2 words to me, didn't make eye contact with me. It was very interesting. She played like this radio station that's like 80s, 90s, and today music. Not my first choice. I wonder why more of them don't use like Apple Music or Spotify or something with no commercials. It's just, that would be nicer. And like a lot of them use like car fresheners. That was kind of making me feel a little nauseous. I'm such a snob. This is why I don't take Ubers. I don't, like, you never know what you're gonna get into, and most of the time it's like, I don't know, but I'm grateful that I didn't have to drive for the past hour. Because now I'm going, oh, I gotta ring the doorbell, I guess.
Hello?
Hey, it's Whitney.
Oh, here, I'll buzz you in.
Thank you.
Hello. Welcome back. Thank you. You look great.
Oh, you know what?
So we're about to shoot the 3rd video of the day, and the final, no, I think we have 1 more video after that. But the shoot's been going really well. One of my favorite parts of shooting here is they have like this little wardrobe that you can choose clothes from. And I really like the color and style of this shirt, so hopefully it looks good on camera. We did a Facebook Live video together, which I will link to in the description if you want to check that out. And of course, whenever the videos come out, I will let you guys know. I don't know when this round of videos will be out, but you can see the videos that we did last time. I will link to that in a card and also in the description. I'm not sure if I'm feeling the hair up here. I don't know. I'm feeling very particular right now. Okay, I gotta figure this out. I'll check in with you guys later.
Okay. Rolling.
Sound?
Sounds. Let me check. Oh, go for it. Doesn't matter. Okay.
Okay.
Am I good?
Are we good?
Okay, fun don't take 2.
So nice meeting you.
It was so nice meeting you. Bye.
Bye.
See you guys. See you tomorrow.
It's so good. That's really good. It's actually,
It's like the longer you chew it, the better it gets.
if this makes any sense, it smells like it tastes. It tastes like it's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Very true to smell.
I'm gonna leave that with you because I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know what I know. It is, it does, it's exactly the same.
Yeah.
It's like 10 hours driving. They're like 7 in the morning every day,
Yeah.
Monday through Saturday.
Nice. Yeah, so nice talking to you. See, I think I got everything.
Okay.
Thank you. Just getting home, and I am excited to report that I had a fantastic Uber ride with a really nice driver, and she used Waze. It's like my prayers were answered, and now I get to be home with this little one. Hi, you. Oh yeah, you're so cute. How was your day? Huh? Oh my gosh. I'm gonna take her for a walk after she's done being so excited. I'll check in with you guys later. I'm winding down for the night. I'm watching a little bit of Outlander. And then I'm gonna get ready for bed and start reading this book, which I think I'm gonna feature next week on the main channel. We'll see. Let's see if it's a good fit for the series. I went for a little walk with Evie, and then I went to the grocery store and picked up lots of ingredients for salad. I really wanted to have a salad, and when I started thinking about it, I remembered this amazing salad dressing that I had last week, was it? When I was with Allison doing the podcast. We had the Follow Your Heart dressings, and so I picked up some of that. It's honestly not as good as I remember, and I think that I am having some sensitivity to it, but it's hard to tell because I was like feeling sensitive to some other things. Sometimes I get like tiny temporary mouth ulcers, or like it'll feel like my tongue or parts of the inside of my mouth feel like they were burnt, or I bit them or something, and those are just like reactions to food. But oftentimes it's hard for me to track down what food is causing that reaction. And I've yet to find a doctor that can help me pinpoint this either. Anyways, I've talked about that a ton, mainly on the What a Vegan Eats channel. If you want to go back and look at those, there's a bunch of videos about me trying out the low histamine diet, which is where like I had the most, like, I felt like I was getting on the right track with foods. Anyways, so I had the salad, and I've just kind of been like relaxing. I had some tea too, but I want to close out today by sharing like it feels like I'm in this weird place where I'm making progress, but I feel like I keep coming up against challenges. Like I really do feel like I'm being tested sometimes, which is interesting. I mean, I don't know if you could consider life one big test, but those moments of accomplishment happen, and then like something happens where like I didn't see this coming, and I had to learn another lesson from something, and why can't I just catch a break? But I guess catching breaks is all relative. And it's interesting too, like there's so many things going on in the world. I was reading a lot of the news today, and like watching some video summaries, and like, oh my gosh, there's so much happening in the United States alone, and not to mention everything that's happening outside of the country. And when you see these bigger things, like you just feel like your problems are so small. They're not insignificant, they're just like relatively quite small. But as I think I said at some point this week, is like it is all relative. Whatever we experience in our own lives, like if that seems extreme for us, and that's what feels extreme if we've never experienced anything worse. But for me, the thing that has happened like over the past like 24 to 48 hours is like realizing the importance of tuning into myself and my intuition, and really slowing down to think things through. Because there's been a few things that have happened that are pretty minor that reminded me of that. I thought that I was making the right decision. I thought that I was doing a good thing, and then like I realized that I didn't cover all my bases, and I kind of like made the wrong choice or misjudged something, or it just wasn't the best situation. And I know that's vague because like these things are not really worth mentioning, but they're also kind of private. I will say that they're both business related stuff, and so it's just like that's even tougher sometimes when your career's on the line, your reputation's on the line with something, and I personally I want to do a really good job with everything. And as you know, like with my sensitivity to thumbs downs, it's hard for me to get criticism. I like constructive criticism, but that's even hard sometimes, because I feel like sometimes I should have known better, I shouldn't have done that, or I should have thought things through. But sometimes we just need to learn lessons, I try so hard to do things with intention, and I know that I have a good heart, and I'm trying to do the best I can. I'm never trying to like do something wrong, and so I guess like you just have to not only do the best that you can in each moment, but when you realize that you could have done better, it's an opportunity to like tune more into yourself and say, all right, if I misjudged something, even though I was trying to do the right thing, there clearly was like something was wrong in your mind. Not wrong, but like you maybe weren't showing up, you weren't being present enough. yeah, I think being present is the key. Another book that I've been really wanting to read for a while is The Power of Now. I've read A New Earth by Eckhart Tolle, and I've been really wanting to read The Power of Now because, when we are present, when we are fully in touch with ourselves, that's really when we can make the best decisions. And often in hindsight, when something doesn't go quite as planned, doesn't go quite right, I'll often be able to see that I wasn't being fully present and I wasn't fully tuned in. And I could have thought things through more and slowed things down in order to judge the situation a little bit better and pick things up and tap into my intuition. So saying this is a summary of what's going on for me, but it's also a good reminder for all of us, right? To slow down and think about the consequences of our actions, of our words. Like, think about, is this really the best thing to say? Is this really the best thing to do? What's the ripple effect of this? Like, what's the point of this? What's my motivation for this too? But it's not always that easy. And so when you mess up and you look back and say, oh, had good intentions, but it just didn't go quite right, you can't beat yourself up too much about that either. And that's what I'm trying to do tonight, is like some silly little thing that's relatively insignificant, but tonight I'm sitting here like wondering why it happened the way it did. I'm also trying not to beat myself up about it and say, all right, lesson learned. I won't do it that way again. I wish I could fill you guys in, but yeah, I mean, it's not always appropriate to fill you guys in on all the details. So, anyways, that has been my day. You know what I'm about to do next as I wrap things up? I think it's like 1 a.m. Tomorrow I might have a Skype meeting at 11, but I think that's my only plan. So I have a few other things to do, but I'm definitely going to focus on sleep and working out and eating healthy tomorrow and just taking great care of myself physically and emotionally, and ramping myself up for some work-related stuff that needs to get done too. Thank you so much for being part of my journey. I love reading all of your comments and having you part of my life. It really, really is special. Thanks for cheering these on and for enjoying them. It really, really means a lot. Okay, I'm starting to get really drowsy, so I'm gonna go. I'll see you tomorrow.